Yeah, try to get a little bit of a change of scenery for the Olam, Chashva Olam. Now, part of my schus is to have a job where I sometimes have to go and inspire my boss on the bike in Florida, and I really thank him. There's one specific thing that had an absolute effect on my learning, and I want to share it with the Olam because it's something that really applies to everyone. You know, sometimes you learn a daf yomi, or you learn anything. You learn a WhatsApp, you learn something on Shabbos, and it's something that really is Teras Hashem. Teras Hashem means the Rabbi just gave you an insight into life. It's a gift. And when you want to show the Rabbi that you care, and it's important for you, and the Rabbi really wants you to know, Kol HaTorah Kula, like the Shulchan Aruch Harav says, really we should be walking around knowing Kol HaTorah Kula. Certainly when we come upstairs, you know, we're so nervous. I remember Regents, finals, but there's a major test that's coming up when a person leaves the world. And it's very interesting that Rabbi Mil Zichrono Livracha, whenever he would be asked why he's not going to a chasana, he would say, listen, I'm studying for the big test. So I want to show you just an example how sometimes a certain thought will change the way you learn. And it happened because my chashava boss told me he wants me to come biking with him, but he wants me to catch up on 5-6 daf. Now what that meant was, I'm not a genius. It takes a lot of work, but it's such a different world when you have to learn a daf and memorize the shakla v'tari, that means the questions and the answers, and just summarize it, because you know you have to get on the bike and you're going to have to teach it. You have to teach it to someone. And this doesn't just apply to me. It really applies to every one of us. We learn something, we have to say to ourselves, are we ready that if we're going to get on the bike, whatever it is, and he's going to say, so teach me the daf. So teach me what you learned on Shabbos. But what did God say on Shabbos Kodesh? You were sitting and listening to the Parsha, to Dvar Hashem. What did he say? That's how a person has to learn. There's another benefit. I was zeichet to daven nates, literally seeing the sun come up. It's fascinating to see the sun. It takes the disk of the sun, about 2 minutes. That's really the time span for a davening with nates. But one of the opportunities when you see a great sea, Shulchan Aruch says that any of the great waters, you make a bracha, oise, maise, bereshis. What is the significance of this bracha? It's something that a person should say every 30 days. That means if you didn't see the big waters like the sea, the Mediterranean, the Pacific, you should say oise, maise, bereshis. Says the Mishnah Berurah, the Chafetz Chaim, it's an opportunity to pull us back and recognize something that's here from the creation, from the time of creation, and to be makir that there's a Beira Olam. Each time to be mechazik again and again that there's a Beira Olam. It's something that the Chafetz Chaim used to say sometimes when he would get sad. So what would he do? He didn't go to a therapist. That wasn't the in those days. He would pull out Sefer Bereshis and he would start Hashab Shat to be ma'oira the soul and the Neshama and say Bereshis Borei Elokim. There's a creator to the world. And therefore, no matter what happens, I'm under his guidance and his hashgacha. Everyone should have a wonderful day. Hatzlacha.